Mr. Vineet Goenka, spokesperson of the BJP, along with Dr. Ihsan Trivedi, political analyst with us. Mr. Trivedi, my first question is to you because these are very sensational details. Do they not demand answers? Should the CBI not try to unearth why is it that if Vijay Nair apparently met these liquor barons and the South Group in March, and 14th to 17th is when the South Group stayed at a South Delhi hotel, 5% was mentioned in the draft policy as the profit margin. How is it that in the final draft it jumped up to 12%? That's what was proposed in the draft policy, which was presented, handed over by Manish Sisodia on the 18th, 3 days into that. Should these questions not be answered?
See, I mean, whatever happened, I mean, it's overall, as a political analyst, I only say that it's a 1 year old part. I mean, since 1 year, I mean, CBI is trying to find many things that to prove that whether the Manish Sisodia is guilty or not. But I mean, since 1 year, if they are trying to do this and then what they will do in this 5 days? I mean, to ask Manish Sisodia and what you have done, what you have not done. Answer
Dr. Trivedi, they did not get custody of Manish Sisodia, did not get the chance to question him for 5 long days. So this certainly is perhaps why they were seeking a custody, and perhaps why the Rouse Avenue Court thought that it was important enough to grant the same.
But I mean, if they have found out, I mean, they just accused that, I mean, there is a 10,000 crore of rupees scam. I mean, where are the money? They went to Manish Sisodia's house, they went to Manish Sisodia's village, they went to Manish Sisodia's places. They actually asked many officers around that. They couldn't find anything, and just, I mean, like in one computer, after 1 year, they found out that, okay, this is the computer where some files are deleted or some things are missing. I mean, on that ground, actually, there is no ground as far as this, as a political party. And second thing, you mentioned South lobby. I mean, recently there are coming up upcoming elections in Karnataka as well. I think that this might be backfire to BJP. Like a trend in this Bollywood, that boycott Bollywood. If the South lobby is to be provoked in a very negative way, it may lead to boycott BJP in southern states. That is what,
Dr. Trivedi, that's what the Aam Aadmi Party maintained, you know, ahead of Gujarat elections as well, that it is the BJP that is trying to misuse the agencies to get benefits of what's transpiring as far as the Aam Aadmi Party footprint is concerned, and how it's rapidly on the rise in Gujarat. But that's not what quite happened if we go by the results closely. Mr. Vineet Goenka.
Ram to you, to my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching this particular part. What I gather is my earlier speaker asked a question that what happened in the last 1 year and what will happen in the next five days. So, sir, let me tell you very humbly, since CBI has taken it over, it is not 1 year. It took over on 17th of August 2022, so which is barely 6 months. What it has done is, it has investigated, collected evidences. So there have been a lot of raids, 169 searches, 21 raids. What happens in this, as you may not be aware, they collect evidences, they collect stories, and then when they confront the accused, if the accused cooperates and establishes that he is guilty, things happen very easily. If the accused tries to play smart, tries to avoid questions, evade questions, run away from the facts, then they ask for custody. In the case of Manish Sisodia, he acted like a kingpin. A criminal conspiracy was hatched by him. He made sure that documents travel outside the official circuit of the excise. It went to the people who were not supposed to see the draft. So the WhatsApp number is there. The 4 SIM card numbers and 14 handsets have been traced. There are forensics of that particular part, which has established that it was deliberately been pushed to the lobby which would benefit from that particular document going out. Number 2, sir. If he would have cooperated, he would have accepted that Vijay Nair has asked, and let me give you some figures which will help you to understand where Mr. Sisodia's role comes in. Mahindra was asked on behalf of Vijay Nair to pay 2 crore rupees to Arjun Pandey, associate of Manish Sisodia. Sir, if I am wrong, you can sue me, you can ask Aam Aadmi Party to sue me. Sir, then Vijay Nair received 100 crore rupees from Amit Arora, Dinesh Arora and others on behalf of South Lobby. Amit and Dinesh run a company called as Buddy Retails, which has got 13 companies and 2 zones were allocated to them. Each zone.
Well,
let me complete.
So far.
Let me complete 1 second. Let me complete. Now, who is this Vijay Nair? Sir, if you may not know, Vijay Nair is a close associate of Arvind Kejriwal and who stays in house of Mr. Gehlot, who in turn is a minister in Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi. So, sir, this kind of evidences are there. What does CBI do is, they sit down in front of the accused and say कि हमारे पास details है, आपने किया था क्या, नहीं किया था क्या, please cooperate करिए. Mr. Sisodia wanted to act funny. He said, no, I have not.
And so far, Mr. Vineet Goenka, so far the Aam Aadmi Party has been saying that policy matters cannot become mechanism for arrest, which is fair enough. But Dr. Trivedi, now that the CBI is looking at this particular angle, how the draft contained 12% profit for the wholesalers and higher turnover eligibility for wholesalers, which is problematic in itself. This was allegedly included in the final report of the GOM. How? After these objections were raised, Mr. Trivedi, about the entry of Indo Spirits, which was dominated by South Group for grant of license, they submitted a second application. The CBI alleges that immediately Manish Sisodia gave directions that they should be granted license on the second applications. Now that all of this has come to light and the CBI is trying to get to the bottom of this, isn't it important that these answers be given?
See, whatever, I mean, like, see, there are many questions, I mean, of which the answers to be given. But like, if we compare, if it is a policy, if there is a glitch in the policy, I mean, like a Krishi Kanun, I mean, whatever happened in that particular segment, I mean, when it comes to the market and they found out that there is a problem in it, there's a glitch in it. I mean, it was only a matter to give some profit to particular, I mean, industrialist in that particular Krishi Kanun. Krishi Kanun withdrew. The same way, there was a glitch in this liquor policy, and they found out there is a problem and they withdrew. I mean, there is nothing wrong in it. But on that ground, you just accuse one person and you just keep accusing one person and you try to take a political weightage. And ma'am, you asked me that it didn't happen.
There is a glitch is one thing, sir, but things have been done to benefit a select few is another. And that's where the entire problem comes in, and that's why the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate had to step in. But let me go across to Bhavtosh to once again put this in perspective, because Bhavtosh, you know, what is also important is the involvement of players like C. Arvind and Vijay Nair, who, according...
The profit margin was increased abruptly from 5% to 12%. At the residence of Arvind Kejriwal it happened, and this in fact led to the revenue loss, and it was his statement that was also recorded by the Enforcement Directorate. It's been mentioned in the two prosecution complaints that was filed by these two agencies. Now, it was Arvind's statement with which Manish Sisodia was confronted on Sunday that led to his arrest, and Manish Sisodia could not answer some of the questions that were asked by the CBI officers. Having said that, Vijay Nair, as far as Vijay Nair is concerned, Christine, he was one of the big arrests that took place way back in September of 2022. Vijay Nair, according to both the agencies, be it the CBI or for that matter Enforcement Directorate, both of them said that he was a person allegedly receiving the kickbacks of 100 crore rupees at the behest of South Group. Now, it is the South Group manufacturers, liquor manufacturers, who surreptitiously entered into the retail market. 9 of the retail markets were controlled by them. Indo Spirits liquor manufacturers, 65% stake was through proxies were taken over by K. Kavita, daughter of BRS leader as well as daughter of Telangana Chief Minister. And K. Kavita has been questioned once.
Very interesting how the South link, the South Group is being looked at by the CBI. The CBI, remember, has furbished WhatsApp chats which show that the South lobby got involved in the tweaking of the excise policy, and we've broken down all of those details. And in that sense, BJP may not be wrong in pointing out how these probe agencies are perhaps now going to close in next on the South Group. Thank you for that, Bhavtosh. Thank you, Mr. Goenka and Dr. Trivedi, for joining us with your own perspective. Let me quickly now shift our viewers